It's yet another evening. It is a Thursday. My name is Nabosa Jackie, your host, and welcome back to the show Sauti Africa on Faraja TV. Thank you for the good feedback that I've been receiving, and I really loved it. Please keep on sharing, subscribing, and following, and yet more is coming. Today's guest is a person, a young gentleman out there trying to create a very big impact in his society. He's a church boy, yes. Do not say I'm bringing all the church boys, I'm hosting them, but he's doing something very big out there. He told me he has an organization or he has the idea of starting it up, but by the time someone decides to put that on table or in his mind, he's already having it. Yes, welcome to the show, Mr. Ivan.
Thank you so much.
How are you doing?
I'm very okay, and you?
How is the day today? Like, how is the day for you today?
My day is fantastic. The day is fantasmaglorious. Everything is moving on well.
Did you first go to church or?
Not really, but I prayed in the morning.
You prayed in the morning?
Yeah, because whenever I wake up in the morning, I do always first pray, then I do other things.
So how do you start up your career, your singing career, your acting career, ending up to deciding to open up an organization?
Yeah, it was some years back when I got saved. I entered into church, and then immediately I entered into choir, but through continuous practice, and then talking to me, advising me, and then that's when I fallen into love with singing. And then later I entered into machines. I began practicing machines, drumming, and then also playing keyboard, such things, and then also acting, because those are the things I do right now.
Okay.
Yes.
So you started up in church. Everything that you're starting up right now,
Everything
it is
in
because
church.
of church.
Yes.
So you have your parent is a pastor or a pastress?
No one is a pastor. No one is a pastor. I can't lie on that, but no one is a pastor in my family. Yeah. This is just a new generation in our family.
You're starting it up by yourself.
That's it.
Yes, so you, like at church, there are organizations there, or it is an individual startup for yourself? That maybe you started the singing career for your own self? Yes. So
No, it was, whenever I enter into church, there is protocols to follow. So there is what we call worship team, and then mass choir, and then children's choir, and then youth choir. So it's upon you to enter into any choir you feel like you want to enter into that. So for me, I began into the worship team. So that's where I began from. My journey up to now, I'm still in the worship team.
So what do you do besides that? You told me you do acting. Yes, like what big thing is there? What do you do? Like what are your stories based on?
Oh, okay.
Is there something that is pushing you to act? Is it a dream come true? Is it your passion or you're just doing it?
No, I'm not I'm not just doing it, but it's my passion. It's my talent. I love acting. I'm a comedian, and then I do drama. Those are the things basically I do. But the drama at times I do, it's basically for families, because I do want to reunite families, meaning those broken hearts. The family I grew up into, we were 21 children with different mothers. So that's a polygamous family. But it began long way from our grandjudges up to now. Then also my dad chose to there were like 5 to 6 women, and then my mom was the last woman in the family. She's the last woman in the family. So in my mom we are 6. So from then I was like, no, but I think drama, I have to utilize this system, the drama, the acting God gave me, to utilize the skill what God gave me, so that I mend these broken-hearted families. Because as you know, you've also grown up into the community where there are a lot of scenarios that are happening into families. So this is what I'm trying to use, so that I bring back these broken families into church. So I move in different churches, and then also in different societies, so that I help these younger ones to know Christ through using the skill I have, then through using the acting, and then the drama I have. So that's why I get a lot of opportunities in that, so, to cater for the young kids. So that's what I do basically at the moment.
Taking you back to the family,
Yes.
you said you grew up from a broken family. Mom and dad were not together, or they were still together even after that he had very many wives. And you're trying to say you're trying to bring back families and trying to unite them together. Were there very many problems in the family that maybe you did not get the love, if I'm to say? Like you were not contented with the love maybe he gave you because you were very many. Is that what you're trying to do?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. On that, still, as you know, families are always different. I've grown up into a polygamous family. There are a lot of kids and then mothers on the same side, and then the family, it's a wide family. So trust me, in such a family, expect witchcraft in that. Expect unserious things in that family. Expect no love. Don't expect love into that family. So growing up, I didn't grow up so much with my dad. In fact, he passed on, may he so rest in peace. I didn't grow up so much with him. So I've grown up so much with my mom up to now. Though at times I'm not always with her. So that's kind of my journey into the broken families. So the heaviness into the broken families, and then the fearness into the broken families, and then the non-bond into the families. It has brought a lot of young people to be to disappear, known to do a lot of stuff into the when they do grow up. Most especially the boys. So the moment a boy gets a lady like this, man, trust me, when he wasn't taught how to handle a wife or how to handle a girl or children, man, trust me, there will be a lot of confusion into such a family. You've spoke about violence. So trust me, violence will be into that. Yeah. So
yes, not forgetting you're watching Sauti Africa on Faraja TV, and please get engaged into these conversations by commenting and getting back to the organization. So you're starting up the organization to try to create a bond for broken families. You're planning on maybe, am I supposed to call it a home for them, or it is just an organization that you will move to their homes, door-to-door preaching, or trying to educate them and sensitize them, or you're going to create a home for them, because there are kids that are maybe going through that and they are failing to speak out. There are people mess, like outside there, kids will go through something and they will fail to communicate to someone. They'll communicate to someone who is not going to be of help to them. Please, parents, talk to your kids, be friends to them, respect their decisions, and give them ears. Be their ears. At the end, if you're not giving them time, they are going to take the bad path. They are going to seek advice from people that are not supposed to give them advice. Let us befriend them.
Indeed.
And a lot is going on. We've had a lot. Homosexuality is something that is going on, and it is very big. Please, parents, let us befriend our kids. Let them be our friends. And Mr. Ivan, you're starting up an organization. So you're going to give them a home, show them love, or you're going to, because parents need to be educated. We may try to educate the kids, show them love, but parents fail, because the first friend to the kid is the parent. If the person you're living with is not understanding you, for you, you're going to create this organization, you're going to start it up, you're not going to see this kid every day. Parents should get involved first. So what are you planning to do, or what are you thinking about? What are you going to do? Are you going to involve, is it going to be a parent-child organization, or it is going to be an organization to kids only?
No, it won't be to kids only. It's a general thing. It will be a general thing. When God gave me this vision, let me call it a vision, it was the first lockdown. I was at our bishop's place. That's where I was for more than 2 to 3 weeks. And then God gave me this vision. And then that's when I had to wake up and then to write to begin. The foundation is called Spread Love Foundation Africa. So it's a general thing. Since it's a general thing, there will be young kids and then elderly people too. And then I'm planning also to get maybe like 40 acres. That's one of my targets. I don't know, it may be like in 5 to 6 years to get 40 acres where I will put these kids and then the elderly people. And then at the same time visiting family by family. Well, as I'm spreading the gospel, because you can't spread the gospel without love. The Bible says God is love. So if you just spread love without God, I think it will be automatically down. But whenever you spread love, man, trust me, that bond will be always there in. And then I'm planning also, as you've said, you spoke about parents. Yeah, I'll still involve parents to speak to the kids and then to bring pastors. I have a pastor who pastors me. So the things he has told me, trust me, I'll also teach these. I'll be an example. Paul had a spiritual son called Timothy. And then he told Timothy that do not let anyone despise your youth. So what I'm trying to do now, I'm also trying to utilize the opportunity, what God has given me. Though a lot of people have been letting me down, such challenges, they're always in the journey. But trust me, of now, I'm focused. I'm not going to go in any other side, but I'm focused. Where God is, trust me, everything will be automatically okay.
Yes.
Yes.
So people outside there watching us, please stay focused, know what you're doing, and please involve God, of course. I'll always keep on telling you, please involve God and stay focused. So, there are very many kids.
Yeah.
Families have the young, the old, let me term it to this, the babies and the youths that have a bit grown. It is very, very hard to, I don't know, okusiga ensigo oba okusiga ekintu mu muntu omukulu kizibu nnyo. There are kids outside there at the age of, let me say, 15 to 19. Yeah, it is very hard for someone to come out and teach them something and be like, now, do not do this. If you're living in an extended family, you're living in a polygamous family, do not do this to maybe your sister, do not cheat him or her like that. It will be very hard because of the how can I say, what he or she already has in his brain. This is not my sister. My sister is from my mother, from my father. If you're having a different mother, you're not my sister. Violence in families. What are you planning to do? Because for the young kids, you may do it easily. You go there and teach them, love your sister, love your brother, even if you're not from the same family, even if the mom is not the same, or the dad. Love him or her, love each other. Spread love between yourselves. How are you planning to do that? Because it is very hard for someone 15 to 19 years to get it into their brains. That even if this one is not from my mother, this is my sister, this is my brother. What are you planning to do? Because it is very hard.
Okay, to me, since I've grown up in such a polygamous family of more than 21 kids, trust me, there is an experience in that. We've been getting several problems at home since childhood up to now. Several problems. Your elder sisters and then brothers, they might come home when you're not working together. But trust me, whenever I used to get to do this system, that if it could be time for lunch or time for supper, we could get food and then we could sit on the dining. There is a certain saying that says a family that stays together prays. A family that prays together, it always stays together. So trust me, whenever you sit on the dining table with your siblings, your fathers, your mothers, trust me, that bond, whenever you're eating food, whenever you speak out something, whenever you speak out your heart, trust me, that's something that is going to come out of you. This person who is next to you is going to listen unto that. And then it will be like, but in other words, man, we need to work together since we are the same. We came from the same father, and then it might be the different mother, but we are one blood. We are one blood. Christ wants us to be one, not to scatter this side and then this side. Whenever you're one, trust me, everything will be, life will just be simple in that. But whenever I will not focus on this, I will not manage, I will not talk to my brother or my sister, life will be zigzag. But if you come together, you always stay together. But with prayer, one thing that has made me to be up to here, it has been prayer. Prayer is everything in this. But without prayer, trust me, such challenges will always be there. But if you pray, the Bible says with God, everything is possible. But when you pray, but if you don't pray, expect such challenges to happen into the family. So those are some of the tactics I want to use into this foundation I'm planning to begin with an emphasis of prayer. Because with prayer, everything will be automatically okay. Yeah, that's...
Yes, do not forget you're watching Sauti Africa on Faraja TV. And please subscribe, share, comment, and let us get involved into this. Let us communicate and hope you're enjoying the show. So, Mr. Ivan, there are very many stubborn creatures. They are stubborn creatures. You will want to do something for someone and they will show you they are not ready to buy the idea. You will start up your organization and you create jobs for them. The age that is 20 maybe to something and they are doing nothing. You think of starting job opportunities for them. You will say you're having maybe 200,000 for capital. He will take it. He won't do that. He will do something else. What are you planning to do that? Are you going to start the opportunities and you just place them there? Or you're going to, what are you going to do? I don't know. What are you going to do?
On that, when I grew up, my mom used to tell me this, that sente zino zenkuwadde tozizanyisa. Naye wozizanyisa tewagenda kuvaamu kintu kirungi. So for me, what I'm planning, I know I've been stubborn. Even up to now, I'm stubborn. I'm stubborn. But in Christ, so what I'm planning to, zino sente zemba, let me say it like this. This innocent, let me say, it might be like 300 to 500 tinzikutte ziwadde Emma. Nti Emma nkugambya tugende tugire ebyenviiri. Nti Emma nkugambya tutandikewo business ya chapati. I need to follow up. Mami wange ebiseera ebisinga abadde ampa ssente oba daddy wange before nga tanaba kufa nga ntambulirako nti Ivan, I've given you 100,000 but what are the outcomes? Nga ncheekingangako. Okitegeera. So the moment if you give someone money and then you don't follow up, trust me, buli kintu kijja kuba kisaanawo. But the moment if you follow up, he or she will be like, man, I think this person is accountable of me. I don't have to use this money anyhowly. But if you don't follow up, automatically you will lose.
You will want to follow up someone. Akukuleko. Akukuleko. You give someone money. It is hard for you to... Omanchizibu nnyo following up omuntu by the way.
Yeah, I understand.
What you're starting up is not something that is having 20 people. A lot of people.
It's more, yeah.
Yeah. so you give someone money abulewo simanyi oba ojja kumusiba simanyi kyonna kyoba odisidinze kijja bbanga kiri kuggwa omuntu kuba gwazimuwadde ate ekitali nti azikusabye because this is something you're doing from your heart. You're reaching out to someone. In most cases abantu ajja kugamba nze njala starting up business but at my hometown like oba mu kyalo biki ebyo bajja mukubira esimu akambe business weri wano ekola omugambi bankuba ku like take pictures and show me ajja agenda at his friend's place akulaga omudaala gwa chapati nga weguli gukola. You understand? Simanyi oba onaabasiba kyonna kyoba decide nze kijjaba kiriko gwe ng'omuntu kubanga bintu bingi bihappeninga naye kijjaba ku gwe. So your career, for the acting career, what are you doing there? Like, what goods have you gotten from there? Like, is it the money that you're getting from your opportunities that you're getting from there that you're going to start up an organization from, or it is there are different things?
As I told you, the Bible says, with God, everything is possible. Whenever you trust in God, just know everything will be possible. The acting, the drama I do, I don't do it only in church, but I've got a lot of opportunities in church. Right now, we are doing a certain play. It's called My Fair Lady. It's a musical play. It has the singing part and then the acting part. But it was done some years ago in USA. So we got, as the company, it got a chance to write to them, and then they accepted them. So these guys, they phoned me in church. The wife to Pablo, she prays in our church. So she saw me in church. I was on stage. We were doing a Christmas production. So that's where I got an opportunity to join this other connection. But if I wasn't acting in church, trust me, I wasn't going to get this opportunity. Now on 15th, next month, I'm going to be on red carpet at Serena.
You also take me with you.
We shall go. And then National Theatre. So such an opportunity. So whenever you use also your talent, Bible etugamba nti ekirabo kyo oba ekitono kyo kikuseguliza. So nze nkozesa nnyo ekintu ekitibwa katemba n'okwakitinga Katonda kwampadde ofuna emikwano nkola nnyo ku by'emikolo nga katuma. So there are some opportunities ezize naye nga I've got them in church. So to me I believe if it wasn't in church, I wasn't going to get such opportunities, as in talking to families, as in spreading the love, as in visiting the families. But I've got everything in church. So Christ is everywhere, is centered in me. Kati mbasi sobola kudde eno nenzire eno kudde eno nenzire eno nga omanyi nti omuvubuka nti at times oyinza okukola mu ensobi n'ogamba this nkozemu wano ensobi naye roddayo wano ku maviivi and then you pray. Oba si kyo n'ogende wa musumba akusumba omusumba angamita omusumba Rachel n'omwebuuza omusumba nkoze ntya okutuuka oyongerako olwo nakozeemu ensobi but how can I handle this, and then he prays for you. Avubuka kyekyo kitulemeseza obutafokasinga, but if you focus, trust me, if you focus, the moment you focus, I didn't know the other thing. I didn't know that I was going back to school. I'd spent 9 to 10 years without going to school. I sat senior for mwaka chesejukira, but 9 to 10 years. But this opportunity found me in church. So someone who is ali mu America, abankoma kunda bakuzumu nga twogera tandabangako physically. Naye this opportunity, I got it in church through acting, through the things I do.
Let us go to church.
To church?
Yeah. Let us go to church.
Yeah.
Those good things are found in church.
In church. In church. I've got this opportunity in church. So okay. Someone is paying for me whom I don't know. I've never seen her, but only Zoom and then we talk.
Please tell the viewers not to get misled. They are going to wake up every day and go to church. They are going to go and they are going to go to church every day. They are going to fail to do something and go to church. Someone is going to be out there and they are going to be like, I'll wake up in the morning and go to church. Please, okay, you go to church.
Okay.
As you go, Katonda yeyamba, ayamba yeyamba, Katonda yamba yeyamba. You wake up and go to church and you think you're going to be like Ivan here, and things won't be good for you. So please work as you go to church, because Mr. Ivan is saying you people will go to church, the church, and someone will be there watching and be like, okay, now since Mr. Ivan has gone to church and he has gotten all this, he's going to set up an organization and he's doing all this. So I'm going to wake up in the morning and go to church. My dear, I'm not telling you don't go to church. Go to church. Mr. Ivan, do you be to church Monday to Sunday?
No, it's not that. You be at church from Monday to Sunday.
Someone will wake up and go to church and they'll find them there and they'll be like, I saw an interview somewhere and there was a gentleman called Mr. Ivan and he was talking about church. So I'm at church.
Okay, let me correct on that. It's not about being at church from Monday to Sunday. But what I meant is that when you go to church, still you have to pray. Still you have to work. But if you don't work, if you don't work, Katonda yamba chi? Yamba.
I personally do not go to church in fact, I don't know when I last went to church, but I pray.
You pray.
Katonda alibudi wamu, my dear. Okay. You will. Mr. Ivan is telling us to go to church. If you can go to church, go to church. Go to church. Yeah. As for me, okay, I oversleep, but people go to church. You never know your blessing is at church. You never know the person you're going to meet while going to church is there. And yes, don't forget you're watching Sauti Africa on Faraja TV. Let's get more into this conversation.
Okay. Kati, even when I was coming here, someone saw my clip on YouTube. As I told you, I work as a Katuma introductions and then I do MC on weddings. Then someone saw my clip on YouTube. Then he was like, hey man, Ivan, is this really you? Man, I've booked you for the coming next month on such and such a day. I need you to work as a Katuma on my introduction and then on my wedding. But again, to go back, these things, I got to know that I can do this through church. Since I'm a minister in church, so so such opportunities, this is where I get opportunities. At least innocent, the simuman ne yankubidde against na checking energy na kubide simunga I'm coming here. So such an opportunity. Ne obera mu kanisa musumba wafa to emphasizing okola. Kuba wotakola togenda kula. Kuba naye mukozi everyone at our church asaba and then nakola. Because if you don't work,
yes, you have been watching Sauti Africa on Faraja TV. My name is Nabosa Jackie, your host, and please subscribe, share, follow, and keep on updating and communicating. Yes, before we may close up, I would want Mr. Ivan to advise out in like 3 words to advise someone out there, and tell them to keep on and maybe invite them to go and watch Fair Lady, is it?
My Fair Lady.
Yes.
Okay, hello everyone. Still I remain Kale Ivan Williams. I invite everyone to come and watch My Fair Lady. And then the other thing, we're having a concert. It's called Gifted at New Life Church Araga. Just 5,000. Come and watch, come and learn, come and see me as I'm acting. So such things. Thank you.
Thank you. Till next time.